the games I was in, so I had to go figure.
You voice acted?
Yeah, I do voice.
yeah,
I'm a
shit.
voiceover
So,
artist.
that's
man.
what. That's what. Yeah, it's I can't wait to hear the.
I just got in a game,
the story and
but
everything.
the guy didn't even give me the name of it, so I'm like, I don't know what the hell the name of it is.
But yeah, you can adjust these, Brad, if you need to or anything. But all right, let's get started. Let's roll into this thing, bruh. Okay, let's see. Pull this up.
Oh, your camera's pretty laggy. No, it's good now. Okay, it stabled itself out.
All right, perfect. Okay. Oh, dude, come on. Work with me here. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's get started here.
Mike's kind of in my face. Let me fix that.
In your face.
In the face.
All right.
There we go.
All right. What's up, guys? It's Zero here, bringing you all a brand new episode of the ANML Podcast. Welcome, everyone, to the ANML Podcast. Super excited to be here with all of you here tonight. We got a exciting show for you guys, so let's get into it. I'm joined by none other than my co-host, great friend, the GOAT, Animal Jeff, Animal J, the K0518. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm playing a lot of Helldivers lately.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
Get
yeah.
my shit rocked.
We'll have to talk about that here in a minute. We have a guest, guys. I'm really excited about this. Brad Storm. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about him really quick, and we'll let him, tell us a little bit about himself and everything else. But guys, Brad delivers high energy voiceovers, top tier audio, video content. He has a decade of experience. He's crafted professional standout content for clients worldwide. Since 2013, his mission has been to capture the essence of every project and exceed expectation. His journey actually started in radio, hosting and producing Between the Ropes on 90.5 FM, featuring top wrestling talent from the Southeast. That passion took him into the ring as a professional wrestling ring announcer and behind the scenes with World Championship Wrestling, assisting in promotions and pay-per-view video shoots. He also worked with 790 AM The Zone, supporting live remotes and broadcasts. Brad, what's up, bro?
Man, I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, I
Got quite
appreciate
the rap
that
sheet,
intro.
don't you?
I mean,
yeah, you gotta love it.
it's awesome to have you, man. I know.
Man, thanks for the invite.
Oh yeah, no, of course, dude. I thought, when I got your card, and that was during the summer camps, I was like, I got to look into this guy, and I started looking into it, and I was like, this is really fascinating. I talked to Jeff about it, and Jeff and I were like, dude, we should we're always looking to collaborate with local people, especially
Content creators, man. That's what we
content
do.
creators and stuff like that. So yeah, dude, like, tell us a little bit. I know I kind of went over a few things, Brad, but like, who are you today? What got you started in this whole thing? Like,
Before I do that,
yeah,
I want to say the feeling is the same about what you're doing.
Oh,
I appreciate it,
Because
man.
not just this podcast, but this place.
Yeah,
Because
isn't it
this
great?
is what, as a kid, going to the arcade,
Yeah.
that was the highlight of my life.
Yeah.
Hearing all the noises, even if you ran out of money, you still just hang out there and just stare at other people play games.
No joke, that's what I did at my old GameStop when I was a kid. Because my mom used to work in a mall, and anytime we couldn't because I was too young to be left at home, so she'd take me to work. So I never got free at a dentist because she worked at a dental office. But I would always go to the GameStop, and those guys were the shit. I love those people at that GameStop.
Yeah.
They were really nice to me, very kind, and they're just like, hey man, you want to play some games? Like, yeah, sure, I'll play some games for a little bit. They'd set me up because back at like old GameStops, they would have like the booths where you could like play like demo versions of games and stuff. I just did that for hours.
Yeah, the same thing too. Back in the 80s, they didn't have GameStop, but they had we had a mom and pop video game store that opened up.
Yeah.
And Super Mario 2 came out at that time. And I remember just going in that store and just playing that game and just being blown away.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, I just want to come here every day.
Not to mention that people at that GameStop actually gave me a bunch of free stuff as well. Because you know, like GameStop, they
Well,
give
yeah,
they,
that's it.
they
There's a sticker.
no, they didn't give me they gave me a couple other things. They gave me some pins. They gave me a mask from Dishonored 2, which was kind of
Nice,
cool.
nice.
But yeah, because they used to, because you know, GameStop, they give away stuff to like pre-orders and all that sort of stuff. So they just have sometimes they have a bunch of inventory for people who cancel pre-orders, and
Yeah.
then you have people who come in just to buy the game. So they just have a bunch of stuff that no one's gonna want. So they just give it to me. It'd be like stickers, pins. I think the coolest thing they ever gave me was a Dishonored 2 silk mask. It was like a balaclava, pretty much.
You still have it?
Yeah, I still have it. It's in my room
Nice.
somewhere.
Nice.
But it was a double-sided mask. One was Corvo's mask, and another one was Emily's mask. It's actually pretty cool. Very nice mask. I actually wore that during COVID.
Did it work?
Yes. People shut up and left me alone.
Well, I really appreciate the
Yeah,
love,
man,
Brad.
Yeah.
Definitely the feelings mutual for sure, man.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, when I was growing up, I loved wrestling. You know, I would watch wrestling Saturday Night Main Event, and you know, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
Yeah, man.
And when I lived in Georgia, I was fortunate enough. There was Saturday nights, and it was Joe Pedicino and Bonnie Blackstone, and they would do 7 hours of pro wrestling.
What?
And so Saturday nights, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be listening to some heavy metal, and I'd be watching wrestling. That's
Hell
what I
yeah,
did.
man.
And I loved wrestling, and I was just like, man, I always wanted to be a part of the show. I never thought, well, how, you know, no way, you can go to WWF or WCW at the time. And I got out of college, and I was bowling at a bowling alley. And this guy comes up to me, real skinny guy. He's like, hey, how you doing? I said, well, I'm doing pretty good. And I said, look at that Starcade shirt you have on. I said, that shirt is awesome. I love that pay-per-view. He's like, well, let me tell you something. They do wrestling all around here in Georgia. I said, no way. They do wrestling all around here in Georgia. We mean WWE? And no, he's like, man, they do the independent scene. And so what you see nowadays with guys getting thrown through tables or just wrestling for, you know, to get their name out there, that's what I discovered. This guy, and he became my mentor. His name, he's passed away, but his name is Straight Call Star Stevens. And I said, you know, the best ringer now, the best referee around the world. He's been to every country. And he'd never been to any countries. He was in Florida. I think he went to a couple other states, but he was my mentor. And I've always been very loyal. You know, especially if somebody's going to teach me things.
Always.
And so, yeah, he introduced me. I got my foot in the door. It wasn't easy back then. You know, guys were, I don't know how it is nowadays because I don't work a lot in the on the scene, but I know back then guys were pretty hardcore. I mean, I worked with New Jack, you know, Tommy Wildfire Rich. You know, you work with these guys, and you know they're legitimate, you know, badasses.
Yeah.
You know, and they want to test you.
Yep.
They want to see what you're made of. Oh, you're the ring announcer. Because I was like, yeah, I wanted to wrestle, but I'm like, I'm 5'8", and back then, you know, it was Goldberg and everybody, you know,
you
it's
had
like
people who were
Lex
built
Luger, and
yeah, people who were built like brick walls.
right, and so I'm like, well, you know, I could be the cruiserweight, but I did a backflip off the top rope at a ring, and I almost friggin' was paralyzed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I landed right on my neck.
Ooh.
I
Oh, my God.
cracked some ribs, and I'm just like, man, maybe that's just not. It's not, you know.
It's a
for
very
me.
dangerous sport.
Yeah, it is. You know, that's the whole thing too. People are like, "Oh, it's fake."
Nah,
I've been
man.
whipped with belts. I've
Bro.
been punched in the face. I've been thrown through tables.
You feel you get hit with a metal
chair.
Yo, say you get hit with a metal chair, and you tell me if it's fake.
You get hit, and they accidentally don't hit you with the folding part.
Oh, yeah.
they hit you with the metal part.
The amount of times like I've seen like people talk about like how much stuff could go wrong in wrestling.
It's
I'm like,
significant.
yeah, maybe some of it's fake, but man, some of these people are putting their lives on the line. They're putting their livelihoods on the line to put on a good show for you.
Yep. And
You got to respect the art.
I had to learn to be quiet. I mean, when I was young, I was really, you know, really conceited. And, you know, a lot of us are when we're young. We think we're invincible. We think we know it all. I keep telling my daughter, I'm like, no, you don't. You're wrong there. But
Wait until life hits you with a baseball bat.
But you got to get put in your place. And that's what happens. I got put in my place a couple of times.
Yeah.
And what happened was I listened and learned.
Yeah.
And I grew, and you know, I learned the ropes. And that's when I started my own radio show. And I was an intern with WCW while, you know, when Goldberg and DDP were hitting the scene, were big at that time.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of good experiences, man.
Yeah.
And so time went on. I actually, I was in a lot of, you know, back and forth relationships, and I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
You know, it happens.
Yeah, it does.
You know, don't if you want to do something though, don't get sidetracked.
No, you gotta stay
Focus.
motivated.
I know, you know, sometimes it's hard, but you got to keep
Oh, yeah.
keep on the focus. So I became a fireman, and I like the action as a firefighter. You know, there's a lot of action, especially if
yeah.
you're in a busy department. I was over.
Were you a volunteer or were you
I was actual fire.
Oh, you were
firefighter,
full time
EMT. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I was 26 at the time, and you know, I like the high energy, all the the bells ringing, going full throttle, putting the fires out, and helping people.
Well, yeah, that's the best thing about being a fireman is like you don't just put out fires. Like if the police can't do something or emergency response, you call the fire department.
Yeah, it's not like the TV shows. Where
No.
You're getting fires every day.
No.
You know, or every shift. It's just not like that.
No. You deal with other problems that both police and EMS can't do.
Right. And you know, I loved the job. It was a great job, but I would drive back and forth to work, and in the mornings I'd hear an ad. It'd be like, "Do you want to be on radio? Do you want to be on TV? Well, you can come to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting." And I was like, "Connecticut School of Broadcasting? That's interesting." I said, "I wouldn't mind getting back behind the mic and everything."
Fucking send it.
Yeah, and so I went to it's actually Connecticut School of Broadcasting. It was in Georgia.
No way.
And so they had one in Florida.
Oh, wow.
You know, it was a bunch of different schools. And yeah, they taught me broadcasting, and they taught me radio, or they sharpened my skills up in radio.
Yeah.
And I met a group of guys over there, and they were talking about wrestling. And I said, "Hey, yeah, I used to do a lot with wrestling." And I was going to a school. There was a training school in downtown Atlanta called WWA4, and they've trained a lot of the guys that have rose to the top. But I was working there doing play-by-play, just to keep my skills fresh and be a part of the action. And they're like, "Oh, that's great. We're doing a podcast." I said, "All right, cool." And they invited me on to do the podcast with them, but it kind of morphed because it was around like 2011, 2012. It morphed into an MMA show. Yeah, because MMA was a big thing, and MMA was legit.
Yes.
You know, it's a different type of entertainment. I like them both.
Right.
But I really liked mixed martial arts.
Yeah, there's something special about MMA. I don't know what it is. It reminds me a lot about boxing, just more brutal.
Oh yeah. The gloves are, you barely have any. Oh, they got bare knuckle boxing nowadays too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We started a podcast, and me and my buddy would get in a car, and we'd go to these I guess they were like second tier events, like XFC and different events, and we made ourselves passes. So they let us in, because nobody was covering the stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody was covering it. So, I'd get in there, and I didn't know anybody either. I didn't know any fighters, and we just wing it.
Yeah.
And in the interviews, if you go to MMA Mayhem Radio on YouTube, you can see a lot of those interviews. But yeah, you got to make your way.
Yes.
You can't just sit idle and go, "Well, I want to be a famous actor." Well, what do you got to do to get there?
Yeah.
What do you got to do?
It's all about knowing the step-by-step process and how to achieve your goal at the end of the road.
And being fearless.
Yes, definitely.
You've got to be fearless, and you got to be able to get knocked down
and get back up.
And get back up. That's the hardest thing.
That's like the hardest thing that a lot of people can't really figure out how to do sometimes, is to get back up when you get knocked down. Obviously, there's going to be roadblocks in anything you do in life.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to get up.
And it might take a while.
It might take a while, but as long as you keep getting up and keep trying again, you'll get there.
So the podcast, we won awards. I won an award. I won multiple awards for best, MMA interviewer or whatever in 2013. But it's just like when you have a lot of guys together, it's like being in a band. And I was in a band too. I sang metal, yeah,
hell yeah.
You're gonna die. Anyway, I love that too. That was fun.
Oh yeah, I love metal.
But it just didn't work out. I left the podcast, and that was at a low time for me because I was just like, I didn't want to do it by myself, but I didn't want to do everybody's work.
Yeah.
Especially the people that were on camera with me. I didn't want to do their work. And I just thought, I felt things weren't balanced. And so, I left. I got off all social media. I took like a year break.
Sometimes you need that.
And then I had to reset.
Yeah.
I reset, and I had met a lady through the Connecticut School of Broadcasting who was a DJ, and she introduced me to voiceover.
Wow.
Yes. And so that was around like 2012 or so. And I left the fire business. I just, everybody has a shelf life in that in that profession. And some people don't want to admit it. And some people can't. They want to get their retirement. My nerves are shot.
I say, like, it comes to a certain point where, like, you may still have the heart for it, but if you don't have the body for it, you're going to get yourself killed.
Yeah, and
or other people
as
killed.
you get older, sometimes you get anxiety out of the blue, and you're like,
oh yeah,
what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Why is my heart beating 1,000 miles a minute? And people will tell you, oh, that's all in your head.
No, it ain't.
I'm like, feel my heart. It's not. In
no,
my
it
head.
ain't.
Yeah, it's not in my head. So I had to make a change. My mom and dad live over here in Hilton Head. I wanted to be close by them too. And so we made the change. Man, it's not been easy. I mean, voice acting is a very difficult profession because it has the word acting at the end of it.
Yes.
You know, acting is very, it's subjective a lot of times. You know, people just they might just pick you because they want a certain voice. It's nothing personal. No. And then you got to promote yourself. If you don't, there's a lot. I was always, when I first started, like marketing. Oh my God, I got to market myself. But I did it in pro wrestling. I mean, I was always promoting stuff. And so I was just like, okay, who cares what people say? Just do it.
Yeah.
Just got to put it out there and see what sticks, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. I started doing things. I started getting jobs. You know, I work on Fiverr. I work on Upwork. And, I get a lot of work on Fiverr. I have a professional ring announcer gig where I do a lot of announcements for like Little League soccer, hockey, dance events.
That's cool.
And then I do, other events too, boxing events. I do all those too. And video game stuff. Like people want announcers on video games.
Oh, yeah.
And like this job I just picked up. It's about a guy's opening up a chest. And you go, dynamite, or something, like big gold, stuff like that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, heavy hitter. And so, that's fun.
Yeah.
But I had to figure out what my niches were.
Mm-hmm.
And it is in animation. It is in video games and announcing. I don't do a lot of commercial spots. That's just not my cup of tea. I wouldn't mind doing some more promo stuff and in the fight world.
Yeah.
But it takes time. One foot in front of the other.
Oh yeah.
Have you, it's interesting. I love the story. It's unbelievable. Just kind of like a raw, like you always.
It's a rocky road of achievements.
Rocky road. Yeah. But man, dude, it's, it's incredible what you're doing now. And like, it's awesome to hear. Have you thought about doing like, voice acting from, like you had mentioned that you do it within kind of whether it's promos, what commercials or whatever. Have you thought about doing it for video games?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. I know it. I'm sure it's challenging.
But there's a lot of different jobs in video games for voiceover.
Yes.
Yeah. I gotta pull out my resume because I forget. But Honor of Kings, I don't know if you heard of Honor of Kings. Well, I narrated their tutorials. They do a lot of these video game companies want a narrator for their tutorials.
Yes. Very much so.
I did the tutorial for Speedball.
Okay.
And you do those, and it's not I'm not in the game, but I am part of the game as one of the tutorial pieces. I have been, like I said, I played a character where I was in an arena and I had to introduce the fighters or something like that. Ladies and gentlemen making their way to the arena. Stuff like that.
Wow.
And then I play some weird characters. I'm in this game called Kinito Pet, and it kind of went a little bit viral. And I play Sam the Anemone. That's what it is. Sam the Anemone. I can't even pronounce it, but I was getting people hitting me up going, "Oh, you did a great job." I'm like, "Oh, very cool, very cool."
Yeah,
I appreciate that. It's the feedback. You get feedback from your performance, like podcasting, whatever, through people's critiques.
Yeah.
So and jobs. So if you get a job, especially like on freelance sites, they're gonna rate you. They're going to give you based off 5 stars. And so that's how I've gotten a lot of feedback in my business is through doing these jobs and getting the feedback. And, I've been tested. I've been put to the grind, and I've spent many nights. And this is I dealt with massive stress, dude. Oh. I used to drive fire trucks fast, and I'd see fire billowing in the sky, or you do a cardiac arrest, and somebody's just clinging on to life. But this is a whole different stress.
Yeah.
There's a whole voice doing the acting.
The expectations.
You know, you don't want to fail,
Yeah.
but maybe you don't know enough yet. You know, maybe.
And sometimes if you do fail, you can learn from your failures.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you got to get better.
Yes. That's how you get better.
And so, yeah, and I would keep trying to, you know, make my clients happy. Like, especially in the beginning when I didn't know much, I didn't know how to price anything. And, you know, Fiverr, you're working for $5 when you started out. Started out, you know, so I was, you know, wasn't working for much money. And when people don't pay a lot of money, they want you to do a million things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, and my skill set wasn't there yet. So this is like 2017 through 2021. You know, I was just kind of learning and doing creating videos. I would strip all the audio out of games and out of commercials. Like I watched the Sectars commercial. I stripped all the audio out of it, put my voiceover on it to match the cadence. And I added all my own sound effects and music and everything.
Wow.
Nice.
And what I learned was that the voiceover part was really fast. And, you know, if you ever watch a Hanna-Barbera cartoon and you put the subtitles on, and that's how I practice a lot too. I read the subtitles for the different characters. They move. And that's, you know, you learn things like that.
Yeah.
You know, I would never learn that kind of stuff. Valfaris, you remember that? You ever hear of that game? Valfaris?
I think
It's the heavy metal side-scroller game.
Oh yeah.
I think so. 'Cause I
have
remember
heard
looking
of
up
that.
a bunch of heavy metal games.
Yeah, I stripped all
Yeah.
the sound out of that and I recreated it, all the sound in that. And
Wow.
That's
I did
sick.
some, on a boss battle. I love that game. That game was awesome. I'm big into side scrollers.
You ever heard of
Yeah.
you ever heard of Brutal Metal?
Brutal Metal? Yeah.
I love that game.
Oh heck yeah, that's with what's his face?
Jack Black.
Yep.
And you got Ozzy in there too.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Wait,
cameo.
Brutal Legend?
Yeah,
Or which
Brutal,
one?
Yeah.
Brutal
Brutal-
Legend. You got Jack Black as the main character.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You got Jack Black as
That's
the main
what
character.
that was in his peak.
Yeah.
I was like,
And then you got Ozzy as a cameo for the spirit of rock and metal, which I find hilarious.
What was the new one? It was the newer one. It was like Metal Hellsinger or something. It was like
Oh,
there was like
yeah.
heavy metal songs, and you would.
I was
Oh,
just
I know
What
what you're
was-
talking
but you're like killing like.
Yes.
It's almost like Doom, but
It's Doom, but the more you kill, the faster the tempo of the song.
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah, I didn't play it, but I saw that.
It's
and
called Hell something. I cannot.
I thought it was
remember.
Metal Hellsinger.
I think so.
Yeah.
played it for like about half an hour and I was just like, yeah.
That's another game that
It's
kicks ass.
cool
is
though.
Doom.
It's cool.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
just was. I was just like, oh man, this is gonna take way too long to figure out.
Yeah. No, I mean, man, dude, that's inspiring, Brad. Really,
Yeah, man.
I like just I can hear your passion too.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
so
definitely.
just super passionate about it. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, you're always passionate about the stuff that you've
Well,
done, and
yeah.
Yeah,
always excited to
Nice.
push forward.
incredible.
And I used to always do things for other people. I'd always want to prove this to my dad or my mom or whatever. I don't do that anymore.
You do it for yourself.
I do it for myself and I make sure I'm having fun.
Always.
You got to have fun. If you're not having any fun doing it, if it's not something you would do for free, even if you weren't getting paid, those are the questions you got to ask yourself. If everything's about money, it's not usually going to work.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're going to get burnt out.
Oh yeah.
I haven't gotten burnt out of recording audio.
Yeah.
You know, or trying to figure out new ways to add sound effects, or, you know, my buddy and I were talking about this AI called Refusion, where you can create all these different songs and put voice on them and everything. I'm thinking about taking my old band songs, put them in there and retweaking them all
Nice.
through AI. So
I love that mindset though, where, you know, anytime I get offered to go like do a podcast or like, you know, whatever it is, like it's an instant yes for me for the most part, unless I don't
yeah.
like the show or something. But I mean, I do like from a promotion perspective,
Yep.
trying to get the brand out there,
Yeah.
like all of that stuff is so huge. And yeah, so I take every single opportunity I possibly can, as long as it fits with my schedule, you know, and
you
it's
got
like,
a business, you got to promote it.
Yeah.
you've got to, man.
I mean, if you got a name, you got to promote it. I've been Brad Storm since I was 19. You know, I was bad Brad when I was like 18 because I was trying to figure out a name. And
Yeah.
I liked Marvel and I liked Storm and I liked Lightning. And so I was like, oh, Brad Storm. This was before Lance Storm and all the other Storms came about.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I like to say that though.
It's kind of how you feel when you pick your first username.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mine's my old band, Divided Lines. So
Mine's just JK and then my birthday. That's it.
But it rhymes.
Mine's changed. Mine changed like a couple of times. My very first gamer tag was Rustlung because of Gears of War, and so I started with Rustlung, and then over the years, because before I was Zero, I was Grav. Gravity, and my episodes that I would put together for Call of Duty were called Defy Zero Gravity, and then I decided to go with Zero instead of Grav, because it was funny, because at the time there was a lot of other people that were like copying each other's names and stuff, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna do Zero but ZRO, not ZERO.
See,
and
when it came to me and making my username, I just went with JK because it was something short, but it was long enough, and you need numbers. You got to have numbers in your username. So I was like, let me just put my birthday in it. And then it kind of like evolved into J the K 0518. And most people just call me J. Like online, most people just call me J.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I didn't know what JK meant at the time because I was like 12 years old when I made it.
Oh boy.
So until someone told me, like, oh, that means just kidding. I'm like, no, it's just call me Jay.
Yeah, that's funny. And all like the triple X something, triple X.
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that?
like,
was
oh my God. XXX Shadow X Lord or some shit like that. You're gonna see them anywhere from like early 2000. Like that's how you know someone's got like an old Xbox account when it has like double X's at the beginning and end.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, guys, what you guys can do is you guys can go into the description down below. You guys will be able to find all of Jeff's stuff down there as well as Brad's stuff down there as well. Let's get started. So, Jeff, Brad. One of the things that we've talked a number of times on the show about, and I think that it's kind of interesting to me because, there's a number of games out there that never got sequels that deserved sequels, deserved continuations. Yeah. And when I look back on, I know, Jeff, you and we had a conversation about, a number of like the current state of Star Wars, right? And where they are currently. And we were talking about like Knights of the Old Republic and all this stuff. But one of the ones that like, probably my favorite Star Wars ever made was The Force Unleashed, right? And where, like, the question coming up now, and it could be multi-layered from Disney acquiring Lucasfilm to all these different things. The question is what happened to The Force Unleashed? Is that something that's going to come out at some point in the future, or is that being Lucasfilm, Disney, Respawn Entertainment, are they going to stick with the Jedi games? Obviously, they've been very successful.
Yeah, the Jedi games have been very successful because it was a fresh take on Star Wars games to have a Star Wars Souls-like game.
Yeah.
And plus, not to mention, it was about a character that no one knew about, Cal Kestis, who's from the comics. Really cool character with a very interesting backstory, being one of the survivors of Order 66 as a kid, which was cool. And then you get to see him kind of evolve from the first game where he was kind of re-establishing himself like, hey, I'm a Jedi. Second game, Jedi Survivor, he's more just like, I'm going to do my own thing. I don't really vibe with what the old principles of the Jedi, but I'm not going to just go around killing people because I can. I'm going to follow my own path in the middle, which was cool. Plus, he's also one of the only Jedis to use guns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a pistol. It's actually kind of funny because they mentioned that in the shows. Like Jedi's
don't miss. I mean, he's the Force.
No, he has an attack which is basically like Deadeye, where he just like charges the pistol, and then just fires it at everything in front of him.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I mean, they're very like they are really successful games.
Yes.
Vince Impello obviously was helming those.
Didn't tank my storage.
Yeah. The storage space is unbelievable.
For Survivor alone, it's like almost as big as Call of Duty's.
It's huge, like over 100 gigs, right?
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's huge.
When I saw that, I was like, okay, I can't play this thing because I would need to delete almost half my library.
Yeah. And playing it on the cloud is a disaster.
Don't
even try that.
Don't try that.
Yeah. But Brad, I know when it comes to specifically The Force Unleashed, what's your history of like the Star Wars games, The Force Unleashed specifically, and what do you think? What do you think happened here?
You play a lot of Star Wars games, like Super Nintendo had a great couple Star Wars games, back in the day with the arcade, I liked some of those Star Wars. Return of the Jedi was one of my favorite games when I was a kid because he had the little steering wheel and you could be a biker scout and everything. But The Force Unleashed, man, when I played that game, it was just like it was an addiction. It was something fresh.
Yeah.
Back in that time, was it 2009 or whatever?
Yeah, it feels like a long time ago.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
But man, I was in my 20s. I had a lot more time to play and focus on those things. And I was an achievement hunter. I loved getting achievements.
Yeah.
And that game was challenging. You had to beat it on so many different levels. And then the next one came out. I think it was 2012. I played it. I think I beat it. But it just didn't have that impact because when you 100% games, you get burnt out.
Yeah.
You get burnt out.
There's only one game I did that for, and that was God of War.
I think I have like 50 completed games or something.
I don't know why God of War just sucked me in, but it just did.
Well, God of War is a great game.
Yeah, it was with the new ones, not Ragnarok, the other one. I don't know what it was, but for some reason it just grabbed hold of me and did not let go.
And that's priceless, man.
Yeah,
that is priceless when you get a game that just hooks you in.
Mm-hmm.
There's only like a handful, but The Force Unleashed was a great game, and would they make a sequel? I mean, that'd be great. I mean, it'd be great if they made a sequel. I watched a couple of videos where they said, in the dark ending on part 2, wasn't like Boba Fett following Juno and Starkiller?
Yeah.
Right? And then there's some reason, the Emperor wants to replace Darth Vader with somebody that's more obedient and more powerful.
Yeah.
And so they were talking about it being a co-op game where you could be
cool.
Starkiller and Vader.
That'd be cool.
There was a lot of talk about what it could have been, like an open world, and they said it would have been more destructive environment, and it kind of reminded me of Crackdown. It's just like that's
Crackdown,
the destructive environment.
Yeah.
So,
do you think that the acquisition and everything else that happened with Disney purchasing Lucasfilm kind of shook up Star Wars to the core, even from a video game perspective? You guys think that that's...
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I mean, obviously, we haven't gotten another Knights of the Old Republic.
No.
There's Knights of the Old Republic an MMO. You can't really remake that.
I mean...
I would like it to be pushed to consoles. That'd be cool. Because Knights of the Old
like
Republic...
a remaster. Kind of like a remaster almost.
I would say remaster, just release the MMO on console.
Yeah, be cool. Yeah.
But the thing is that I love about Force Unleashed specifically... The first mission, you play as Vader,
right,
which is sick.
Yeah.
And not to mention, it does a very good job of showing, 1, how intimidating Vader is, 2, how powerful he is, because he just walks through people. It's ridiculous. And then it also goes to show how powerful Starkiller is. Because the shit he does in those games is actually ridiculous. For one, he's got his own unique force ability, which he calls like a pulse or something.
Oh, that's the best.
The pulse.
Yeah.
It's by far one of the most dangerous force spells or force abilities out there. I say magic. It's pretty much magic.
Yeah.
But it's a mix between a force push and lightning. It's very weird where he releases this big open wave. And anything that gets caught in it is disintegrated.
And it gets more powerful as the game goes on, right?
But in the game or lore or whatever, for that ability, it's extremely dangerous for him to use because he's got to make sure he doesn't do it to himself.
Yeah. I like the lightning too. I mean,
the force lightning's so good.
That was just the best.
Yeah, it was absolutely a special game. I don't know if I can really see them doing a sequel, even though I would love to see, even just like if we could say like a trilogy, to round it out. I don't know now.
I can see them making a remaster.
Okay, maybe
of the first game.
Yeah.
I just think that they're trying to. It's interesting where Respawn is right now because obviously they've taken a lot of those core people and moved them to Battlefield, and so I don't know where they are with making the next Jedi game, but it just sounds like they're going to continue Cal's story. I don't know because of how successful they've been.
Well, the thing is with Jedi Survivor, it was left off to a point where it could have a sequel or couldn't have a sequel. Or it can and cannot have a sequel.
They kept the door open for that whole reason.
Same thing with the first game. Yeah. The first game was left open to
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Talking about both the Survivor games.
Oh yeah.
Both of them. They both had endings to where it was both open to a sequel, but also if it didn't, people would be happy with it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think the reality is that Star Wars has changed on all fronts when Disney purchased Lucasfilm. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I mean, there's more money backing it, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that there's better quality.
Not to mention, if they don't see the money being made, Disney can just pull the plug.
Well, it's, Star Wars fatigue too, man. It's got to be something. People see so much Star Wars, they just get burnt out of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. But the question is for you guys, what do you guys think about The Force Unleashed? Will we ever get a sequel to it? Do you think it's kind of one of those things that will just be a cherished memory, or do you think it's something that they could bring back sometime in the future? Drop down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys. With that down, let's talk about this. Brad, what Jeff and I have gone into it with this next thing for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, so I have pretty deep ties to the Call of Duty universe, Call of Duty just in general. I used to compete in Call of Duty back in like Black Ops 2 and that era, and so I love Call of Duty. I have not loved all of the decisions that they've made, but it feels like this year especially, there is a real rivalry happening between Call of Duty and Battlefield. You have Battlefield 6 coming out where...
When's the drop date on that?
October 10th.
Let's say it's this year.
It's October 10th, yeah. And then you have November 19th, I believe, is Black Ops 7. So you got a modern shooter, that being grounded shooter that's coming in the form of Battlefield 6, which a lot of people wanted, right? Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is kind of leaning into, they're going into the future.
Slightly into the future.
2035, the year's 2035.
Yeah, it's like an extra 10 years, which honestly, the stuff that I've seen in Call of Duty, at least with Black Ops 7, I still hate it. I could believe tech like this coming out in 10 years. I could believe it.
Didn't they do that before though?
They did that with Advanced Warfare, but it was like I don't know, like
amped up though.
Yeah, it was like 50 years or something. Like I don't know. I didn't really.
Well, see, Black Ops 2 was slightly in the future as well. This one's going even further into the future. It's kind of like a sequel to Black Ops 2 back in 2012. I think that was.
I think they said it was a sequel to like Black Ops 4 or not Black Ops 4. They didn't have a story.
No, it was Black Ops 2. It was BO2. But anyways,
I agree.
This rivalry is heating up quickly, where you've got a couple of sides to the story. Essentially, you have Battlefield 6, where people are just really excited about it. You have Black Ops 7, where there's a lot of people completely annihilating it from just comments and all of that stuff.
Hasn't come out yet.
Nope.
Well, it hasn't come out yet, but on top of that, the viewership for
the beta itself was amazing.
For Battlefield 6's beta had off the chart numbers for the beta, but Black Ops 7 has viewership from their trailers, which has been, it's like, to give you an example, like the reveal trailer, which Jeff and I both agree was the worst reveal trailer I've ever seen for a Call of Duty of all time.
Really bad.
But it got,
I have to see it. I haven't
but
seen it
it
yet.
got 40 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's because it's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I guarantee
It's been around forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guarantee if they released that exact same trailer for a non-Call of Duty title, it would be a dumpster fire.
Total dumpster fire, dude. And then you have Battlefield 6's multiplayer reveal comes out. They struggled to get like 10 million views, even though it was great.
That
and then the
trailer
Black
was
Ops
so good.
and then the Black
trailer.
Ops 7 multiplayer reveal trailer comes out, and they break Battlefield 6's viewership within like 24 hours. And so it just shows you that they're on different levels in terms of the ravenous fan base, but this rivalry is going to the next level because it just came out and it's wild. Paramount is making a Call of Duty movie.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And so I've said this, Jeff and I have said this a lot, Brad, that competition breeds greatness.
Yes.
Because when you don't have competition, you just kind of sit there, right? Call of Duty has sat there. They've had no competition. The last time they had competition was Battlefield 1 back in I don't even remember what year that was.
You hit it right on the money there, bro.
The competition between these two is because if you don't know this, Brad, Vince Zampella used to work on Call of Duty. He made MW2, he made MW3, and then he split from Infinity Ward, went over to EA, and he created Titanfall 2. Then he did Apex Legends. Then he did the Jedi games, and now he moved over to Battlefield. And so now you have a guy who used to be in COD is now competing against them, and he's taking it personal without question, and you can see it. And so you've got this guy going here, and he's like, we're going to blow this thing up. And they absolutely are going to make, this is going to be the biggest Battlefield of all time. I think that's clear right now. But anyways, a Call of Duty movie gets announced, you know, shortly after all of this stuff has been transpiring. We've been talking about Call of Duty having a movie for years. Why? It's like this.
Well, the thing is,
you know how it takes forever.
With Call of Duty specific, is it animated or live action?
It's gonna. They're talking to live
They should
action.
do both.
Okay. I don't mind both either. But the thing is also, with Call of Duty, you could do a movie because half of the fucking stories of Call of Duty feel like movies.
Yep.
Like especially,
And they're good. That is one thing. They have a great campaign. They do have great campaigns.
One thing that I've always said. Call of Duty has really good campaigns. And so it depends on what campaign are they doing.
Yeah, are you doing Modern Warfare?
If you're doing Modern Warfare, probably Modern Warfare because people love Modern Warfare.
Probably.
Well, the thing is, too, they could make multiple movies probably.
And they could, of course.
Yo, watch them throw a curveball and watch it be a COD Zombies movie.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
That would be insane.
I would watch that because I fucking love
be
COD
awesome.
Zombies.
Yeah, that would be super cool. Jeff, does this change the rivalry though? Because obviously the movie, it got announced. It doesn't mean that it's coming out in the next year. It's probably going to be at least a couple of years away. But does this change things?
If you asked me, I like say 3 years ago, I'd probably say this movie's going to fucking flop because video game movies have been notorious for being bad. However, with the rise of a lot of good TV shows and animated shows, and not to mention movies with the Sonic franchise, because those movies are great.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got the amazing animated shows called you got The Witcher,
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry.
Well, even that's the live action Witcher is pretty good too.
Oh, I love the live
action.
Castlevania.
Castlevania too. And then you also have Edge Runners.
Edge Runners unbelievable. And then you have
kind of like kick-started like the animated movie series.
incredible.
And then
Arcane.
I was to say
Arcane.
Arcane. Edge Runners just hits you in the chest.
It's so good, man. It's so. Do you play Cyberpunk? Have you ever played Cyberpunk?
I played it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're huge fans of Cyberpunk,
I like that setting.
That setting unbelievable.
Yeah, it has such good music. It's such a good story, and not to mention they're coming out with a season 2 of it.
Yeah. Now they have made some real duds, but it's been more recent. We've been getting some good stuff.
Yes,
I mean, The Last of Us season 1 was good,
and
season 2 trash.
And now
you know,
they're
it was
out with
just
season 3.
What's up?
They're coming out with season 3.
Are
real?
they?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
No.
I don't.
The thing
complete
is,
disaster.
A lot of people were like surprised when they heard that because like you're making a third season based off the book and not the game because the third game hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So instead of they're going straight from the book, which honestly is cool, straight from the source material, but still like you got to be. People were a little questionable, like why are you doing this without the third game being out yet?
Yeah. Do you like that they're doing a Call of Duty movie versus TV show?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I just don't want it to be like I'm not saying that Halo was
G.I.
terrible
Joe or something like that.
No.
Right. I just for me it was I just don't want it to be like, you know how Halo had its like ups and downs with the show.
From what I heard, the Halo TV show didn't do too bad,
but it's been consistently going down.
Yes,
that's the problem. And you don't want. I mean, obviously,
what about the Fallout show too.
Fallout show's been kicking ass.
But Fallout's been doing really good.
I need to see that one.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brad, of a Call of Duty movie?
I think. Well, I don't know if it's gonna shift the tides. I don't know if that's. It's just a bonus.
Yeah.
You know, but like you said in previous show, you said if you like to get together with your buddies and hang out, Battlefield's the place for you.
Yes.
If you want to go play and have a good story,
play Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. And you know, Call of Duty on veteran is hard as hell.
Yes.
It is. It's very hard.
The last one I played was on the Mile High level on veteran. I used to beat that game on veteran, like everyone that came out. And I couldn't do it anymore. I was just like, man, it takes forever.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of repetition, you know? It's like,
yeah.
I just, I don't know if the movie is going to turn the tides, but it's just going to be on your preference.
I'll stay neutral on the movie despite my hatred for Call of Duty. I think it could do good, but I'm just going to hold my tongue until I see it.
Yeah, see like trailers, see something.
I want to see trailers.
It's also like, who are you going to have to play as Makarov? Who's going to play Soap?
Price?
Who's going to play Ghost?
Yeah,
who's going to play
like Super Mario Brothers?
I swear, if they do Modern Warfare, don't you be fucking up Ghost. Probably the most iconic character besides Price from Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I also think that you really got to knock Makarov out of the park.
Yes.
The villain has got to be the guy.
You got to be good.
Got to be good.
watch them though throw another curveball. Watch it be an original story.
That would be interesting too. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating. I don't think it changes anything
watch
about this
Ghost.
year.
No,
Watch
because like
Watch
you said,
Ghost.
it's not coming out for a while.
Yeah, it's not coming out.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get. I mean, they've got a. It doesn't sound like they have a director. They don't have a. It's not even written yet.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of pieces to making a movie, guys, and so trust me, it's probably a couple years away. It's not going to have any bearing on what happens this year with Battlefield and COD, but in the future, I mean, who knows?
Give it 3 years.
What if Battlefield comes out with an animation?
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
It'd be interesting. Yeah. But the question is for you guys: what do you guys think about this rivalry heating up? Call of Duty, Battlefield 6. Drop down in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts.
Before we continue, I want to bring up one other thing. Remember when you said that competition breeds greatness?
Yeah.
That is exactly what's going on with the hero shooter genre, with Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. Now, when Marvel Rivals first came out, it kind of lit a fire under Blizzard's ass saying, hey, y'all need to watch this, because if you don't, it will overtake you. And now they're kind of head to head when it comes to player count, like around the same area, like a couple 100,000 people every day. And it's been a good competition so far. It's been very good for Overwatch. I haven't been playing Rivals, but Rivals has been adding in a lot of like good iconic characters. They got Blade now.
Oh, nice.
They got Daredevil's coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I think that it stems to everything, right? Not even just in gaming. I mean, just think about like right now, you know, Tesla's on the mountaintop, but somebody's coming. And so what are you going to do when they start coming for you? You know, how are you going to continue innovating, or AI, or what, you know, whatever we're talking about, right? I think that there is a level that when you get comfortable, it's a problem because at some point.
What about this? Like with the news coming out where Xbox games are going on PlayStation.
Yes,
PlayStation games are going on Xbox. I like it. I think it's good.
I think it's about time.
But then what happens to that competition? You know,
it's true.
You're right. Well, there
like
really hasn't been a competition though, Brad, because with console sales, it's not even close. I mean, Xbox Series S and X together sold like 35 million units. PlayStation 5 sold 75 million units.
That's because,
and then you have the Switch, which is kind of just out there, 125 million units sold.
It's on its own level.
It's on its own level. So we were talking about Xbox and PlayStation. What if they merged to create a super console to compete against Nintendo?
That is like always.
I don't know.
Sega slides in there now.
That's always been kind of my dream, is that one day there's going to be a super console that's not a PC.
It's true.
It would be wild. It would be absolutely wild.
Because I've seen people like make like a PC setup that actually grabs all the parts from both PlayStation, Xbox, and the Switch, kind of just merges together into one like PC cube and have everything connect flawlessly.
Yeah.
But it costs like $4,000.
I'll charge it.
Yeah. But so like my hope one day is that there is going to be just like a super console that's just kind of merged.
Well, it's going to talk to you. It's going to have a name, and you're going to have conversations with it.
Yeah, that's when Terminator starts happening.
Yeah. Well, a lot, you know, guys, this next topic, a lot of people, you guys, and I love you guys asking us tons of things in the comments and you know, whatever about, you ask Jeff and I about State of Decay 3 all the time, right? We've been talking about State of Decay 3 and stuff. Well, there's a game that just came out.
Chronos is out?
Well, yeah, it just came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I should say it's early access.
Okay.
There is early access.
I think
it's
you're fighting Silk Song.
Oh, I know. Well, they are, and it's a major problem.
Silk Song has crashed Steam.
It crashed it. Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah, but
people love Silk Song.
They do. I know. I heard, dude. I was watching a streamer playing it. I forget who it was. Pyrocynical. I was watching.
You know what the best part about that game is? Guess how much it costs?
$20.
It's $20 fucking dollars.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's awesome. But anyways, we talked, Jeff, while we're waiting for State of Decay 3, there's a number of survival horror games that are coming out, right? Chronos: The New Dawn. This is a title that has just been like quietly getting marketed everywhere. It's been quietly
seeping in.
Yeah, just it's at Gamescom, it's at all these different places, and rave reviews. Lots of people are raving about this game. Little bit of Resident Evil, little bit of Silent Hill, little bit of Dead Space, little bit of Callisto Protocol.
Just like a cluster of everything.
Yeah, and the merge
Kind of makes sense considering the theme of the game.
what's that merge? The merge mechanism? Yeah, no, it's really interesting, dude. And so I think for all of the viewers who are like been just begging for updates and news about State of Decay 3, this is a game that could definitely, it's not a zombie simulation, but this is a survival horror at its best.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you planning on trying out the Chronos game?
Depends on if it comes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, if it comes on Game. I don't know if it's coming on Game Pass.
If it comes out on Game Pass, I will play it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, I will watch reviews and a little bit of gameplay before I do so, because that's what I always do, except for certain titles, aka Helldivers, aka Battlefield.
Yeah.
Wait for the bugs to get out of there.
Yeah, that too. Like I always like, especially if it's a game like I'm waiting for. I'm gonna wait like at least a week, maybe a month.
It erased my save. I don't know why. I've been playing it for 20 hours. I've seen that before.
Yeah, it happens. It happens with a lot of early access games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always like to wait for like the first couple day bugs just to get ironed out.
And I also want to see like how long is the game, because I think they're marketing this as a AAA title. I believe it's $70. So I'm like, you better have. I mean, dude, Bloober Team is crushing it. I mean, they did the Silent Hill 2 remake. I mean, they're crushing it. But I just want to make sure, like, is there enough content to justify $70? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that when you're talking about a linear, dark, gritty survival horror game, it's got to have a lot of content to it.
Yeah.
You know, and replayability too.
Yes, definitely replayability.
Oh, I think there's 7 endings or something like that?
Yeah, they said that there's a number of endings. I don't know if there's. I was looking for this. I couldn't find information about it. If they have a horde mode, which I think would be really cool. Because can you imagine you're playing with your buddies and there's like the creatures are like merging and like all this craziness is happening.
The thing is with Chronos, it reminds me a lot about. You ever heard of Remnant 2?
That's what I was saying. It reminded me of Remnant 2.
So I love Remnant 2, and the fact that there's more stuff to do outside the story mode, which is really cool. There's hardcore mode, and then there is a horde mode, which is really cool, because if you play the horde mode, you're actually able to unlock gear to be able to play in single player or multiplayer. And not to mention hardcore mode.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they have one mode that I love where it's random. And I'm always a motherfucker who loves random. It drops you in a random map. You go through it, and then because usually the way it works is that every time you start a new playthrough of Remnant, you start with one of the 4 worlds, and then you get a chance to go into 2 other different ones.
That's cool.
Now, each of the starting worlds have 2 different paths, depending on what you do and all that type of stuff. And not to mention the gear you get is also depending on what you do and how you get it. Not to mention classes as well.
Yeah.
But with the random one, you're dropped in a random one with whatever you got. Not to mention, I love the class systems. I do like a lot of the classes, especially since you could have 2 at once.
And it's hard as hell.
Oh
well, and I think I do think that merge mechanism with Chronos
that is very
what it just creates like. It's always a variety of different kinds of creatures and stuff that you're going up against, which I really think is interesting. But
the rule from Zombieland, always got to double tap.
Brad, you saw some had you heard of Chronos before the show or anything?
I think I saw an ad for it just yesterday, though.
That's the thing.
I didn't, like you guys say, it's been promoted. I didn't see anything really.
I've been
seeing they have at least in the gaming circles, it is being marketed like crazy.
It's been marketing like a spider web, where it's kind of just like spreading out everywhere. But have you seen trailers on YouTube? No. Have you seen trailers on their YouTube page? No. You've been kind of just like seeing it in the background a lot, and that's really good.
But I did watch that trailer's cool. Walkthrough of it.
Yeah,
and it looks great, man. It looks great. I just got to have the patience. I played Dead Space for a while, the remaster, and I just got stuck with no damn ammo, and I got frustrated and kind of took a break.
That's how I felt while playing Resident Evil Village, man. I had to fight the final boss with very little amounts of ammo, to the point where every shot I had to land, and I had actually just enough ammo to kill the final boss.
Well, and that's the kicker.
Just enough.
That's the kicker on this game. They say your supplies are going to be really limited, but it's not as hard as other games. So, I mean, if you can get by and do a lot of running, I guess that'd be good.
That's what I've been doing in Helldivers.
Slow running.
Well, I mean, The thing that Jeff and we kind of kid about all the time is the only thing that we don't like about Kronos is the mask.
Yeah, I hate that helmet.
Oh, yeah.
The helmet, it's like hopefully you can customize it or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like the helmet that much.
But outside of that, I mean, look, we're excited about it, guys. I can't wait to see more like just people playing it.
Yes.
See how long the game is and things of that nature. But the question is for you guys, what do you guys think about Kronos, the New Dawn? Are you guys going to be playing it day one? Are you going to wait on it? Drop down in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts. All right, guys. With that down and out of the way, let's talk about this. You know, Brad, one of the things Jeff and I have been talking a lot about, obviously, what was it, week ago, 2 weeks ago? Helldivers 2, Gears of War Reloaded launch on the exact same day. And it's led a lot of question marks with Helldivers 2 launched very successfly. Gears of War Reloaded, not so much. It was pretty
I would
rough.
say on the PlayStation side of things, it did pretty well.
They did announce a few days ago on X that Gears of War Reloaded surpassed 1 million players, which is cool.
Well,
That's
great.
great.
Well, the thing is too, I got the remaster, the first remaster of Gears of War.
right.
I don't really,
Yeah.
you know, okay, how much
Now
that's
it's on PlayStation,
See,
and
that's
that's
what
really
I
the only
brought
difference.
up too. Is that like it is at the end of the day, it is a remaster of
a remaster.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
the hell?
But it is good for PlayStation players to get the experience of the first game with E-Day coming out next year.
Yeah, and for young kids too that probably
Exactly.
never played it. You know?
Exactly.
It should have been a collection, which should have been
Yes.
the Gears 1, 2, 3. It should have been all of them
yeah.
together, and that remastered, and that's
Oh
what
my
should.
God, that'd be great.
Well,
It would've
here's
been way
the thing
better.
with that. I've said this before, is the reason why they didn't do that is because they didn't know how successful the remaster would be.
Well, they're finding
Yeah,
out.
but they already did it with Ultimate Edition, which was Gears of War 1. You know, so
Yes,
they've
right.
already done it, and that's why even if they would have done say 2 or 3, I mean, I get it because they were releasing it for the first time to PlayStation, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
nonetheless,
I can definitely see them releasing it later on.
I do too. I believe that's going to happen as well.
Yes.
What this is, a lot of people in the community are really concerned though now for the most anticipated Gears of War title, we could argue potentially of all time. I mean, it probably is right up there with Gears of War 3, is Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah, E-Day.
And there is a lot of people saying that this is spelling trouble for E-Day already because Reloaded launched without having, you know, a lot of content for people to take in. Obviously, you had campaign versus, obviously no horde mode. You know, they didn't have a ton of features. Private match, you can't play against bots. You've got to be in a lobby with all your buddies. It's like you can't even just like practice. And so you're getting stuck into a blender in versus mode on Gears of War Reloaded where PlayStation players are coming in
no
for the
skill-based matching.
first time and they're getting put into an
Shotgun.
absolute blender of hell.
And no skill-based matchmaking either.
No skill-based
Oh, no.
matchmaking. So anyways, I've stated that I think that E-Day, if the coalition takes the feedback from the community and they update the game, which they've already done 2 updates at this point, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
But if they consistently add more content to Reloaded as time goes, and then they can easily start to market E-Day through Reloaded,
Yeah.
I think that E-Day could very well, like, it could pick back up. But after Reloaded, and it's pretty... It was I mean, dude, there's no way around it. It was a pretty shaky launch because we had, I mean, dude, it like peaked at like 5,000 people concurrently on Steam.
Yeah.
It's
wow.
rough.
It's rough.
Rough.
Wow.
But Gears has
So-
always been a console game.
You're right,
Yeah.
100%. But are you concerned about E-Day?
Not really, because I do know that there are hardcore Gears fans like
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a Gears fan as much as you are, even when I watched the E-Day trailer, I was like, oh, this looks sick.
Yeah.
And it's the old school Gears that people would like. A lot of the old veteran Gears players would love. And now that you got PlayStation people in there, I think it will do fine.
Yeah. And if it goes...
Depends on what comes out around
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah,
That's-
I think, yeah. I mean, if it's Halloween next year, which is what I was saying, you know, October release for Gears of War E-Day, the big thing that they would compete against would be another Xbox IP, which would be a November Call of Duty. You know, now
I don't think they would do that.
No,
Dude,
that's-
they wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
They're
I'm not.
stupid.
It's
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
not. I'm not.
suicide.
I'm not sure if they would do that or not. But
Mhm.
Brad, what? Have you played the Gears of War games in
Oh,
the
yeah,
past?
I played them all, man. I played.
Yeah.
I played one like 100 times. A lot of times. So yeah, I enjoy it. But like, you know, if it's gonna come out like this, how come they didn't fix all that stuff with multiplayer? You know, it's like put the little bit more effort into it. What are you going to do? Upgrade the graphics? I made a post on TikTok the other day. I was like, I started off with Intellivision, the Intellivision, the opposite of the Atari.
Yeah.
So any graphics after 1998 to me were great.
Yeah.
You know, so they should have just added
Well,
more to it.
Especially with a remake, you don't really need good graphics because like a lot of people like that rustic look to it.
That's what Gears was.
Yeah.
You know, or is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's what people like a lot about Helldivers. I know I hate bringing this up again, but Helldivers is also on a very old engine. When I say old, I mean 15-year-old engine. This thing is very ancient comparably to other engines, and it runs great.
Helldivers
no horde
2.
mode. I mean, no horde mode.
That sucks.
Well, and so the reason why they didn't do that, Brad, is because
They're
Gears of War 1 didn't have horde.
I know, but who cares? Okay, it's 2025.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you.
How hard could it be?
Yeah. And you know, I started playing the campaign the other day, Jeff and Brad, and you know, I noticed that as I was going through it, it looks a little bit better than Ultimate Edition. It certainly looks better than Gears of War from 2006, but I noticed that there were things in the game that don't look fully rendered. So I'm going to tell you what I think happened. I think that Microsoft forced them to release Reloaded as another remaster to port it to PlayStation. And I don't think the Coalition really wanted to do it. You can see the detail in the Gears of War E-Day trailer where it's like, dude, that is Gears right there. Yeah. They are all in for Gears of War E-Day. But I just feel like Reloaded, there's just details. It's like the little details, dude. Like, why aren't, how hard is, I mean, dude, I don't know anything really about game development, but how hard would it be to put bots into private match? So if I'm a new PlayStation player, I want to just go up against bots and understand the mechanics.
You know what it probably was, now that I think about it? It probably was some sort of deal behind closed doors. That
it could have been.
Cash grab.
Not really cash grab. I think it was more of a deal between like a trade for both Sony and Microsoft. Like, we give you one of our games that we know your players want. You give us one of your games that we want.
But see, here's my thing with that. What's confusing to me is, you know how Death Stranding is now on Xbox?
Yes.
Why couldn't they just take Gears of War Ultimate Edition, the remaster, the first remaster, and why couldn't they just port it to PlayStation? Well, the thing is, that's what I don't understand. Why did they have to release a whole new game, Reloaded?
Specifically with both the Gears and Death Stranding. Death Stranding is not owned by Sony. It's owned by Kojima. Production, whatever. But the thing is, with Gears, it's owned by Microsoft. Same thing with Helldivers. Helldivers being owned by Sony. So with Kojima specifically, you can just put that out there. But the reason why it stayed on PlayStation for so long is because, I'll be honest, PlayStation, the Xbox can't handle it. It's a big fucking game.
Wait, which one?
Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess because the reason why I'm thinking about this, because you know we're talking about like Helldivers 2. It's like, well, they brought Helldivers 2 onto Xbox without creating a Helldivers 2 Reloaded. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. Why couldn't they just take Ultimate Edition and just port it? I don't know. Like, that's what that's what's mind-boggling to me, because I have seen some creators say that Gears of War Reloaded is a total scam. Like, in terms of like, why couldn't they just
port over Ultimate
Edition?
it? Right. Or just,
I don't know. Like, dude, we don't know the
pack, like you guys said. Do
the collection.
1, 2, 3,
the collection. I think that was a completely missed opportunity.
Yeah.
But
maybe because it's how old the games are.
Wow.
But see, Ultimate Edition.
When did Ultimate Edition come out?
I'm trying to remember, actually. I can look it up.
Golly,
but yeah, I don't. It wasn't
2015, maybe.
It wasn't.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
it wasn't. It a while ago.
Yeah, it was. It was not that long ago. It was, but it wasn't. 2015.
Yeah. Yep. So it could have been a age thing.
When did Helldivers 2 come out?
Same year as Baldur's Gate, I believe. Or no, the year before. I think it was the year before Baldur's Gate came out, because I remember it was
brand new Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3.
Was it 2023 or something like that?
I think it's 2022 that it came out.
I got you.
I'm not positive. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
But yeah, I'm not, as long as, like, I'll put it to you like this: if Gears of War E-Day is really good, I think it's I think regardless of what happened with Reloaded,
I'm gonna play it no matter what.
yeah, oh,
I mean, I'm a Gears of
1000%.
War dude.
I mean, I'm most excited about the campaign and then playing like Horde mode with
I
Jeff
like to play
and,
with
and
my
the
buddy
boys.
and doing co-op. You know,
Yeah.
and just
Oh
kinda
yeah.
going through it.
That's the best, and I'm really excited about that. And so,
Came out 2024.
Oh yeah.
what's that?
Helldivers.
Wow, it just came out.
Wow. Okay. So yeah. Well, the question is for you guys. With everything that transpired with Gears of War Reloaded, and where it is currently, are you concerned about Gears of War E-Day? Is it in trouble? Drop down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts.
I think it'll do fine. I think it will.
I mean, I hope so, dude. I mean, I'm praying, dude, because
I'm
I
quite
want.
confident.
It's like all I want is
It's a
for
good Gears game.
I want a
Yeah.
great Gears of War game
Yeah.
where it's like I just want it to be. I want Gears to live as long as I live.
Yes.
Kind of
Amen to
feel.
that.
You
I
know,
like
you
that,
get what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like
That's how I feel about both Pokemon and Monster Hunter. Though Monster Hunter has been consistently winning, Pokemon has been kind of like on the back burn for a
Yeah.
while. The new recent game that's coming out that I'm actually excited for is one game that a lot of people have been kind of like begging for, a third of the Gen 6 era. So I'm excited for it. I hope it's going to do good. And then Monster Hunter also comes out with new stuff this month as well.
Yeah.
You ever
Well,
play
so
Monster
yeah,
Hunter?
I mean,
I've never played it, but I've seen it. I watched it, and
I just love that it's basically just as simple as bash big monster with big stick.
I like those games too, man. I don't want to think too hard. I don't. There's a crafting system, I guess, in Chronos, or isn't there?
Yeah. There's a crafting system in Monster
I don't
Hunter.
mind crafting, but I'm like, oh my god, I just want to make the gun and have the gun or find it.
Yeah, that's what I do
That's
like
what
about
you're
Monster
saying.
Hunter is like all the gear you get, like your stats in that game are completely dependent on the gear you wear, and also the experience. Because like eventually you start to memorize monster techniques and their moves, their attacks, and you can kind of like play around them and stuff. And then you get to some of the big monsters that can just one shot you because they feel like it.
Well,
Mizu Taste.
one of the game, Jeff, I know you and I, we talked about this, on one of our previous episodes. One of the games that my buddy and we had to get him all dressed up to go into GameStop because we were underage at the time. We couldn't get a mature game,
Can I get this game, please?
yeah, so we got him he got a leather jacket, all this different stuff, and it was to go into GameStop to purchase Max Payne. Max Payne on the original Xbox, it was at the time, like from a story perspective, the darkness, the grittiness of it, the way that creative, like a comic. What's that?
Remind me a lot about Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain a little bit. It kind of reminded me, like it was like
The
this dark,
Matrix.
real dark comic within a video game, and I thought that the first two were unbelievable. Max Payne 1, and then Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, and then Max Payne 3 when Rockstar acquired the rights. I just, like, not that I didn't like it, it just lost the darkness and grittiness to me.
Yeah.
Well, Remedy Entertainment, the folks that worked on the first two games, got the rights, not the rights, but basically Rockstar subleased the rights to Remedy, and they're giving them resource and development for them to remake the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes.
That's
and
good.
we got an update on it where there's rumors and rumblings that is coming out next year.
Ooh.
And
That's
so,
Oh,
really excited about this. Brad, I know you had mentioned when you came in that you played the first couple of Max Paynes.
Game that I started, I pushed the button, whatever, and sucked me right in.
Yeah.
It sucked me in because, like you said, it was a lot of different things that you really haven't seen.
The bullet
slow- yeah,
time,
the bullet
the-
time, tiptoeing on blood trails and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
and
even
the
like
story was-
even the weapon animation or the weapon, like the
was
sound
just
effects,
addictive,
the
yeah.
shotgun,
just
I
being
mean,
able
just
to dive. And,
it was incredible, dude. Unbelievable. Yeah.
It was like Hard Boiled. Remember those movies? What was
Yes.
it? Yeah, Hard Boiled. I think that was one of them. And then there was a game back on the Xbox. I can't remember what it was, but it kind of was similar where you could do the slow motion and shoot.
Hitman Absolution?
No, it's not Hitman. You played an Asian character, and you could slide down. You could grind the rails and fly.
Yakuza?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking. It's like when Xbox 360.
Oh, Sleeping Dogs.
No. I remember.
Xbox 360.
Dude, now
It
this
was
is gonna bug me.
Yeah, I was gonna look it up.
I
before
thought for
came
sure
here,
it'd be
but-
Sleeping Dogs because that reminds me of it so much.
but it was a hard as hell game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
But
great game though. I remember
it
that. That was a lot of
surprise
fun.
to me. I wish I knew the name,
Oh man.
but that's what it kind of reminded me of.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you knew this, Brad, but Remedy they were interviewed and they had stated that Rockstar, the direction they went in with Max Payne 3, they were not planning on going that direction when after the first 2 games. They were trying to set it up where they were going to have 4 Max Payne titles. Yeah, the first one, the second one was going to be obviously the fall of Max Payne. Their Max Payne 3 was going to be the heat of Max Payne, which their idea was they wanted to have a Max Payne title in every different season.
Oh, okay.
Winter,
yeah,
fall, summer, spring. And so that was kind of their concept. And obviously they didn't get the chance to do it. The rights obviously went to Rockstar and Rockstar did their thing. But anyways, Jeff, you hear the news that this could be coming out next year. You hadn't played any of the Max Paynes, have you?
No, I have not. So
Because that was before
my time.
That was before your time.
Yeah. Well, it was before I was
That's
allowed
something
to, it was before I was allowed to play those types of games.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it'll be a good experience for me to play through those games again because I've seen gameplay. Obviously,
And the
I know.
memes.
Yes, I've seen the memes. Hell, I used to watch these guys called Land Party or Node, and they were basically they would have like a warehouse where they would just go in and play video games and do like funny skits and stuff. One of them was a Max Payne reenactment where they would grab airsoft guns and try to see if they could bullet time in real life.
Yeah.
And it was actually really cool. They did a bunch of stuff with airsoft and like they do. You ever heard of Gary's Mod Murder?
No.
Basically, Gary's Mod Murder is like one person's a killer with a knife, and then you have the detective with a gun. Or Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the point of the game is to find who's the killer and kill them. And after that, they win. Detective, who's the only person with the gun. Everyone else is just eyewitnesses. But they did that in Airsoft. They've also just done straight up Airsoft matches. They're really into Airsoft. But they've also done a couple of video games as well. Like, what's the name? Stress Level Zero Studios. You ever heard of them? They make a lot of VR games.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean, I guess the bottom line for me with the Max Payne remakes is it's back in the hands of the original people. That's going to be a labor of love for them, you know.
The only option.
Sam Lake over there. I mean, and Remedy's coming off a massive win with Alan Wake, Control.
Yep.
They are cooking, and so right now with Max Payne 1 and 2, I mean, it's a labor of love to them. I can just tell like they're gonna do a really good job with it. But the question is for all of you guys: what do you guys think about Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes coming out next year? Are you guys excited about it? Not excited about it? Drop down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys, our last topic for the day. There's been Jeff, we have been talking on and off a lot on the channel about what is, without any shadow of a doubt, the most anticipated game of all time. GTA 6.
Silk Song. I was gonna say Silk Song.
Well,
I'm 100 years old now, and the game finally
The
came
thing
out.
is with Silk Song, I'll say this with both GTA and Silk Song especially, is you have to have some sort of gumption, pull, momentum to be able to force other companies to push back dates because you released on this day. That's what happened with Silk Song, and I never played Hollow Knight before. I've been playing. Once a friend told me that's like, you don't know, you've never played Hollow Knight. I'm like, no,
That's
I never.
another one I gotta play too.
Yeah, that's a good platformer from what I've heard.
It's a Metroidvania style, right?
Yeah.
That's my.
Yeah,
my
the
jam.
graphics look really good. I've been playing it. It's actually been very pretty. It's very pretty. But like they made fun of me pretty much saying, you've never played Hollow Knight? I'm like, no, I've never played Hollow Knight. It's like, you gotta play this fucking game. And I'm like,
It's
all
on
right.
Game Pass. Still,
Yeah, I was
right?
like, that's what they told me. I was like, it's on Game Pass. Like, all right, fine, I'll go.
Yeah, I haven't
play
played it either yet. Yeah,
But yeah, so I've been enjoying it, and I can see why people love Silk Song, or like they're excited for Silk Song. Because fun fact about how Silk Song had such a mystery date for so long. It's because the devs loved making it so much. They said, yeah, we're going to shoot for this year, but I don't know, man. We've we've just been pumping out good stuff for this game. We just been loving making it so much that we're gonna have to keep pushing it back. And then
It's
just
not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing or a good thing, but still like
Well, I mean, here's the thing though.
and then just suddenly at Gamescom they just announced like, oh, by the way, it comes out next week.
Yeah, and that was huge. Yeah, it was almost like a shadow drop.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But with GTA 6, it's like a lot of people are talking, and it's interesting because you have 2K Games, right? Or Take-Two Interactive owns Rockstar. They own, these companies. And obviously they own Rockstar. GTA 6, pretty radio silent right now.
Yes.
Flip side, Gearbox with Borderlands 4. They've been a lot more active, but for whatever reason, Jeff, there's been talk, and I don't see it happening because we're so close to Borderlands 4 coming out. They're saying that both of these games could get delayed. Again. Now,
that's not a shocker.
I don't now GTA 6 sounds like that could be possible, but man, dude, I mean, they're promoting the hell out of Borderlands right now.
Yeah, Borderlands has been promoting the
I
hell.
just don't
I've saw a lot of ads for Borderlands.
Yeah, lots of ads for Borderlands. Yeah, they did face a lot of backlash.
They did.
They got cooked.
Especially when like the game prices started getting raised up, like they got so much backlash.
Well, then what the CEO said about whatever.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Only true fans will buy this game. I'm like, I'm not. Then guess what? I'm not buying it. Then if it comes out on
because it's a AAA, so $70 game.
I'll stand on what I said. I won't play it unless it comes out on Game Pass.
Yeah. Here's what, Jeff, you and I have talked about this. I want to get I would love to pick Brad's brain about this. Giving video game companies, publishers, developers, giving out, like telling us a tentative date when it's going to release, fall of 2025, or you give us a very specific date like May 26, 2026, which is what GTA 6 is at currently. And they pushed it from fall 2025 to May 26, 2026. If it gets delayed again, what are your thoughts about, another industry that is, you could say similar in certain ways, and in entertainment would be like movies.
Right.
When they give us, when they're
going to come out.
What's that?
They usually come out when they say they're going to come out.
Exactly. So is it like a systemic issue within the gaming industry, or do you
they think we're stupid? Or, or they think that we'll buy whatever. Yeah. They think that we'll just, well, I'll just open my wallet. Yeah. And the only way we're going to affect them is
by not doing it.
But, it could come out in 5 years from now, but people are going to buy the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah. GTA 6 is going to be
But you're going to piss off some people, and they might not.
That's what happened with the Switch. Because people were like very upset about the Switch 2 prices and the Switch 2 price of the games. Yeah. Which, to be fair, is understandable. $80 for Mario Kart is a little ridiculous.
That is crazy.
And the price of the console itself was like $450, which, to be fair, after seeing the specs of the Switch 2 from like how much of an upgrade it is from the Switch 1, I think that price is justifiable. I think it is very reasonable. Still, not to mention you can play your Switch 1 games on it.
That's a plus, yeah.
That's a big thing. So
but the games being that price, like, I mean,
it's bad.
It's tough.
Especially if it's like...
Yeah, it's not going down anymore.
In GTA 6, I mean, the rumor of it resetting the market, being $100 or whatever.
That's gonna mess.
It's gonna. I mean,
and then premium being 120.
And then I'm looking at like Madden. I was gonna get Madden. I was like, oh my god, it's like $70.
Is it really?
Or I think it was like 65.
Well, the thing is with the Madden games, like,
but they're just like copy and paste.
Yeah, exactly. So like, if you've never played a Madden game, I recommend just picking up one, playing through it, and then never touching another one, or just continuously keep playing that one Madden game. Because at the end of the day, they're all the fucking same.
And they just add a few new plays. They might add.
The most things that they do with it is that they add in new players from that year.
Well, it's the MUT stuff too. People buy these cards and they build their Madden Ultimate teams. Yeah. And they, and sometimes they just, chalk it up and just put it out. Yeah. Kind of like duplicating it. I think the new one though, the weather does look better. I mean, the snow looks like super real. There's a lot of different defensive moves, situations you can do with the defense.
I do know you can make money off of Madden somehow. I don't know exactly how you can, but I know you can make money off.
But there's
of
no
it.
competition. Like you said, the competition breeds excellence.
Yeah.
You know, NFL 2K was like one of my favorites.
Well, it's because all the sports games are owned by the same company. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Right.
Yeah, it's absolutely that is an absolute problem.
Yeah,
Because you should be able to just do you buy that one version and you just do add-ons to it, like update the roster and everything.
yeah, kind of more like a live service almost. Like something. I agree,
Yeah.
1000%.
Not to mention, like you said, it is just copy and paste of
You
the
got
same
some
game.
rookies coming in, and
Yeah.
you know, they do the same thing every year.
Yeah, are you either of you guys gonna try the new Borderlands out? If it does, I believe it's supposed to be coming out actually this month.
Yeah.
like, Jeff, are you gonna play Borderlands?
If it comes out on Game Pass, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably right there with you. I
Because
mean,
I still have not.
I'm not saying I don't like Borderlands. I did like the, I think it was the second one was probably my favorite.
That was a good
So,
one.
But
as I've said, I've never played through a Borderlands game, mainly because it's just I do enjoy the comedy of it. Like I think it's a very funny game.
yeah,
I do enjoy the loot goblin in me loves it because
Yep.
I just like to grab as much as possible and take it. But it's just I don't know, just something about it just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know what it was, but just something did.
what the CEO said?
No, not with the CEO.
Oh.
Just the games in general. I don't know what it was. I could never put my finger on it. Like, why don't I feel invested into this? Because this seems like right up my alley. I love the art style. I love the gameplay mechanics. I love the characters.
The looting.
Yes, I love the looting. How can I not get attached to this? I never could figure out why.
I started playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands because it became like free on Epic Games or something or whatever.
But I think I know what it was because everybody else in my friend group has played through it except me.
Oh,
So like anytime I say like, hey, I want to try playing Borderlands, like, okay, we'll play with you. And then they just do everything for me.
Because they're all jacked up.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I want to do my own thing.
well, maybe Borderlands 4 would be the
Exactly.
first time. But
Another side game of the Borderlands games that I love are Tales of the Borderlands. You ever play them?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I love Tales of the Borderlands. I think they're both amazingly hilarious games in the Borderlands franchise. Takes a whole new story with new characters, some old characters mixed in there, but it's just such a great story, really funny, and just overall good time. Both the games are.
If you're a voice actor too,
Yeah.
you gotta appreciate these games. 'Cause
Oh yeah.
there's some really good.
There's
voice
so
acting
much.
in it.
There's so many good lines.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
so
there
much
are.
emotion and so
Yes.
much intensity.
What'd you think of the movie, the Borderlands movie? Did you see it?
It blew.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all.
I liked it, but only because I'd never played through the games. I thought it was all right, but I do know that a lot of people who did like the Borderlands games didn't like the movie.
I thought it was going to be personally. I didn't like it either. I thought
I was
I was excited about it because of Eli Roth, and I like Eli Roth's movies like Green Inferno, Hostel. There's a number of horror movies that he's done, and it's like he's doing Borderlands. I was
The
like, really?
only character,
But
that
it was. I mean, I thought from playing Borderlands, it was trash.
It was predictable.
the
too.
only character I think they did really well was Claptrap.
Oh yeah, they did that.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That was
Oh.
right on the money.
That was
Yeah.
right on the money, and it was
Yeah.
Jack Black too.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
I agree.
It was a very good character in that they did a very good job with him because I think Jack Black has played Borderlands.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. That guy's played a lot of games.
Are you gonna play it, Brad? Borderlands 4?
If it's on Game Pass, yeah, sure. I played 2 and I played the pre-sequel. I started off with the pre-sequel and I was like, well, I thought that was the whole game. Like you could float and have
Yeah.
and then you go to 2 and I'm like, whoa, it's different.
Yeah.
But I like the cartoon aspect. I like the way it looks.
That's
I
what I
agree.
think pulls a lot of people to the Borderlands
Yeah,
games.
I like
Is that it's very cartoonish.
Yeah.
It's just different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like mindless to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, just go on loot and then you got some bad guys to fight and
Yes.
you don't really get punished for dying.
No.
You know, you
Yeah.
just get you know,
Just respawn.
and some of the bosses are challenging, but you just end up figuring them out after rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll play it. Why not?
Awesome. Well, question is for you guys. What do you guys think about GTA 6, Borderlands 4? Do you think that they're going to land on their expected release dates, or do you think they're going to get pushed back? Drop down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts. And with that done and out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our episode of the Animal Podcast. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Jeff, Brad, really grateful for both of you. Jeff, how can people find you, brother?
You could find me at jthek0518 on Twitch. I'm probably going to be streaming later today. I'm thinking either Overwatch or Helldivers, whatever I feel like doing. But yeah, you can find me over there. I'm trying to get to be able to stream on a consistent basis.
Have you started streaming? Like, what have you been streaming? Or have you started it?
I still have not been streaming lately, mainly because I've just been working and stream. Yeah, life has just been getting in the way because I want to
yeah, no kidding.
I want to be able to do content creation, but I also want to still have my life and still play games with my friends
and have fun doing it.
Exactly, that too.
So coming up with a plan is huge.
Yes,
for sure.
So I'm still trying to figure everything out. Once I get like I'm gonna keep streaming like unconsistently for a while, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get it like on a nice consistent basis.
I wonder if we could do like co-streaming or something. That would be interesting.
That'd be cool.
Because I think you can, where it's like on Twitch.
I think you just two people stream at the same time. I think that's
no. It's an actual I don't know.
Like split screen co-streaming.
Yeah, it's like, kind of like that. So yeah, we'll have to look into it for sure.
Yeah.
Brad, really appreciate you coming on to the show, man.
How
this is a lot of fun having you around, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. How can people find you, man?
If anybody wants to look me up, you can go on Brad Storm VO on Twitter, Brad Storm Voiceover on Facebook, Brad Storm VO on Instagram, TikTok, and my saying goes, if life gets you down and you feel like you can't go on, you need to punch every day in the face. That's what we're all about.
It's awesome, brother.
Yeah.
Guys, all of their information is going to be in the description down below. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us for this episode of the Animal Podcast. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure that you leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, just keep grinding. And as always, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Rock and roll, gamers.
That was sweet.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was great.